game number 2, the road to BlizzCon, who will continue on down it into the round of 32. A lot of people's money on Tempo Storm. It was a really strong showing, but finally, we're not going to Haunted Mines. Instead, we're going to go to Tomb of the Spider Queen.
Quite right, and I'm very, very curious to see how this game's going to go. I don't think we've seen Tomb of the Spider Queen come out here today, but we saw some really, really cheeky games coming out there from Cognitive in the first heat that we casted yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Where we saw some really awesome Asmodan builds coming out there. So I'm excited to see what happens here on Tomb of the Spider Queen because I'm maybe a little bit curious to see what Tempo's going to do, or even Pundemonium.
Oh, so it's not Tempo Storm first pick. It is actually a Pundemonium first pick. So yes, all right, cool. We're going to go with that. And a new Barak is going to be up on the chop block first. And that will be Sylvanas as the return because Tempo Storm do not have that first pick.
That's right. And they want to make sure because Sylvanas on this map, very, very scary because of her unstable poison. Trying to defend against those web weavers and all of a sudden you're standing in the middle of a creep wave, unstable poison procs, bam, you don't have health anymore.
Absolutely. So first pick this round, Uther from Pandemonium. Now they're likely to be setting up for a melee. We have no bans on any of them in another pick round, and unfortunately, I don't think Tempo Storm will take 2 of them in the next round. So yeah, I would definitely go with Pundemonium setting up for a melee. And on the flip side, we've seen this a lot, haven't we, Mr. Shampoo? Zeratul as the first for Tempo.
Yeah, Zeratul's so incredibly strong right now, and remaining with the cloaked people thing, they're going to go ahead and pick up Jaina, who's also wearing a cloak. However, cloak with hood, I guess. And so they're going to have Zeratul, who's actually cloaked, and Jaina, who wears a cloak. It's going to be a very nice pairing up here. Jaina, of course, very scary on this map as well. That AoE while you're trying to defend or while you're on the offense is just so incredibly awesome.
Burst damage is absolutely insane. And you pair that with a Zeratul, who does deal a significant amount of burst as well. It can go really good so far for Tempo Storm. But what does Pundemonium pick up? Johanna is going to be joining. We got a Paladin and a Crusader on the same team this round. And Kerrigan is going to be the pickup here. Now, I really like a Kerrigan pickup on not Haunted Mines. Well, that too, but Tomb of the Spider Queen. I am 100% in favor of that pick.
Yeah, that's a really, really good pickup here. We always say this. I think this is every single time we've seen Tomb of the Spider Queen. You and I both go on this. Kerrigan is so scary here because of that very early map advantage as well as just a small amount of spacing between all those lanes. She's just got all these excellent places to throw down those grasp and blades. So it seems like we're going to get on into the second period of banning phases, and we're going to see Tempo. I'm sorry, no, we're going to see Pundemonium go with the Tempo. Yes, Tempo goes to Kael'thas. Oh my god, I'm getting all mixed up here.
Yeah, Tempo, Kael'thas, Brightwing to Pundemonium. They don't want to deal with any kind of resets with the Emerald Winds, with the Polymorphs. It really does defeat a lot of that melee pressure. So that's going to be out. Tassadar is going to be pick up here, as apparently these teams absolutely knew what they wanted to pick up by the end of it, because it just flew right through the second half of this. But Tassadar from Tempo Storm will actually deny the Oracle, and they will actually take the Mirrodin here as well. So there's no Mirrodin for Pundemonium this time.
That's true. However, I mean, it doesn't have the greatest synergy with the rest of their team, but Mirrodin overall, he's just a very good warrior. He's not going to be able to shut down that much. However, Kerrigan probably going to be a little bit more afraid. But then again, there's Uther with Cleanse and Divine Shield, so she should be okay against the Mirrodin. Meanwhile, Pundemonium gonna respond here with the Vala Zagara. Zagara is so awesome on this map. She starts creeping away, and all of a sudden you realize that there's nowhere that you can creep without her knowing about it. That's a very nice pickup here, and then Vala's just always a solid pickup.
Yeah, Vala with the backline damage, it just multi-shot build. You can go the single target build. It doesn't really matter. She just does absolutely great sources of damage, and she really puts up the numbers. I mean, in terms of the creep clear, she's excellent. In terms of the team fight, she's excellent. She has been overshadowed a lot lately because of Sylvanas, because of Kael'thas, but both of them banned. You got to get that other DPS going. So that is going to be your teams, and these teams are just itching to start duking it out here on Tomb of the Spider Queen.
I'm very excited to see this game. Tempo Storm doesn't look like they're doing anything too wily here, but that's okay because it's still going to be a great matchup here because, of course, it's my favorite named team, Pundemonium, and my favorite NA team, Tempo Storm, going against each other. Sorry, Tyrannosaurus Rex. You guys got placed.
Tyrannosaurus Rex yesterday, I thought that they put up a good amount of fight, but I mean, they ultimately did drop to Zevron in the round of 16. But they went home with prizes. They went home with cash. It was, well, not quite cash. Battle.net money, almost as good as cash. By the end of it, there's really no reason. If you got 5 friends and a team, well, you don't even need 5 friends, 4 friends and a team. Just sign up. Top 32 of all of these qualifiers go home with prizes. All you got to do is win 2 rounds and you're in.
That's true, and round of 32 isn't that hard, unless you run into Tempo Storm in the round of 64.
And that's exactly what's happening here to this team on the left, and they are Pundemonium. They had a really good game in the round of 128, but now up against the Giants. They are down 1 point and looking at elimination unless they can put this point on the board. Ryoshi, Sol, Morando, Chiana, and I am Noble 6.
Over here in the red trunks, it is none other than Tempo Storm, Soldier, Zuna, Arthalon, Dreadnought, and of course, KO.
Now
KO's on another plane of existence here.
God damn it. I was going to make a Tom Cruise joke at one point, Top Gun, but the time passed.
You know what happens when you watch KO in mount form and you're streaming it?
What?
A new jet stream.
You are the best. All right, so the 4-man death ball, the 5-man death ball that we typically do see here right out the gates are not actually going to find any kills for anyone. In fact, we're going to splinter very quickly here into our lanes. And what did we see a lot of yesterday, Sham 2? We saw a lot of ping pong action with the 4-man going back and forth, but that's because they were kind of stacking up Asmodan stacks. This round, it looks very much more like everyone's just into their lane.
Yeah, they're not stacking up anything too crazy here in this game, but that's okay. They're still playing a very standard style. They are still moving around back and forth, though. They've got that Zeratul Zuna, who's moving just back and forth, just doing a little bit of damage to everybody he can find. And even then, though, look at this level, this 4 stack in the middle here, coming out here from Pundemonium. Looks like they wanted to do something, but unfortunately just didn't find anybody.
So level 1 talents going back and forth. It is going to be the regen master there for Tempo Storm. They do like that over the seasoned marksman over block. I do think it does lend a lot of the regeneration to Zuna, allows him to roam a lot more. So far, Chiana here hasn't really found anyone. Does have the sweeping grasp, pretty standard kind of stuff right there. Knight takes pawn for the Condemn on our Crusader as well. And Reconstitution for Azagara.
Yeah, and Reconstitution is just going to be the beginning of that creep build. I'm curious to see if he's going to go all the way into all the creep talents because, well, if you can start picking up even at level 7 the Endless Creep, all of a sudden you start to see, well, the Tomb of the Spider Queen starts to become in the Tomb of the Zerg Queen because there's not that many places where that creep doesn't reach. But oh no, as I'm talking about that, Chiana does get engaged upon. Looks like there's going to be the first takedown.
Yeah, unfortunately, she was just kind of looking for those first blood situations. She did get off some decent combos, but just not enough follow-up. I mean, they don't have Vala down there. It is just the Zagara and the Uther, so the stun locks are just not enough for the damage output of Zagara to kind of land home those kills. And instead, she will be the first there as you see it happen. KO and Sol, kind of a boring lane up top. It's all been about the roaming bottom, and apparently, Zagara is going to get caught out here too.
Yeah, they're going to pick up the Zagara as well, and that's going to be a little bit... Oh, no, can they actually get Zuna? That's going to be the question. Oh, Zuna taking so many hits, but Dreadnought on Rhaegar, that's so impossible to kill anybody. He is so good on that support, and Zuna stays alive for just a little bit longer. Yeah, and that's actually going to turn around on Chiana yet again.
Zuna has been just surviving. He has not dropped yet to a Kerrigan combo, and a lot of that does go towards the Rhaegar, but the body blocks have also been real. I mean, Kerrigan is a one-shot pony. If she can get off the combo, that's really the big damage and that she's going to be put into that fight. If there's no follow-up and she's body blocked, yeah, you can easily take her down. We've seen that now a few times. Soldier and Chiana will actually clash once more. Arthalon was there as well. Chiana almost looks hesitant to engage upon the dwarf because, well, she should be. You don't need to be on that dwarf, but now she's going to be looking in trouble as she finds Zuna and Arthalon.
Oh, the body blocks are real, and Arthalon's Blizzard also going to be able to put a good amount of damage done, and Zuna coming in with the last hit. Chiana falls yet again. That's 3 deaths on the Kerrigan for Pundemonium.
Now we do got the level 4 talents out and about. Tassadar once more will actually go for that promote. There goes the Vala mid. It's not going to be a kill there on top of Arthon. Looks like he picked up a regen globe during that fight, and he will live to see another day. But as well, I mean, the Zeratul, we talk about this a lot every time we see it. Focused attack, looking for that follow through at level 7. Will he actually grab that? The 99% probability. It's just such a strong auto attack build that he goes these days.
Yeah, and that's always just how a lot of Zeratuls have been playing it lately, except for like 1 or 2 still play the old style. But it's a very, very strong... Man, Chiana does not have the ability to stay through everything. But...
Nope. Not at all, sir.
The Zeratul build is just so incredibly strong. You'll start to see even later on, he just gets stronger and stronger as more of those talents start to pour in. He just has the more ability to just lay down those follow-through auto attacks that he just picked up here at level 7.
Yeah, and it just absolutely tore right through Kerrigan. She has no block, she has no regen, she only has that in Venom. They don't have that level 7 here either, so no Zerglings, no battle momentum, but none of that would really help. If Zuna's on you, you're going to see some big damage numbers. Shanna's going to come up here, find Zuna and crew. Nice condemn from Soul, and they will actually grab that kill on top of Jaina, and now Zuna's going to be running for the hills, but it is a 4-man collapse into the top, and it looks like it's only going to be the 1 kill.
Oh, I don't know, KO pretty low, but actually going to be able to use that dimensional shift and get out of there. Very, very close death there for KO, but did get away, so that's going to be nice. And now they have to pretty much put all their people together to defend these giant web weavers coming in here from Tempo Storm.
Well, it's finally the kill going the way of Pundemonium, but Ryoshi, just does not have the mobility to deal with this. And the body blocks, the initiation from Zuna, it's going to get out skin of his teeth. Chiana's going to look for the kill, but there's another dimensional shift ready for KO. And again, Chiana, one-trick pony. Once she throws out that combo, she needs to get the kill. The Envenom will clean up the Tassadar in the back of it. And remember, there are web weavers now out and about, and they are pushing down every lane that they can.
Yeah, they've got to start going back and forth between all these web weavers, starting to clean them out. And you know what? They need something like Internet Explorer to start browsing all these webs. And it's absolutely ridiculous how much work Tempo Storm can really do with all of these. They keep moving from lane to lane, making sure that these web weavers get through all the towers, all the forts, very, very effectively. They are doing so well here.
Yeah, it's about a level and a half difference between the teams. Now, we did get 7 for Pundemonium. What did they actually end up picking up? Battle momentum there for the Crusader. Impaling Swarm for the Zergling. Cleanse on our Uther. It's kind of going to be needed, I feel, at this point. Rapid Incubation. It's going to be more of a lane presence and less, there's no creep tumor. There's no battle momentum for that Zagara. She's just kind of playing it a bit safer in that regard.
Yeah, and you know what? They need to play safe right now. You don't want to start letting the enemy team start getting in that chance to always take advantage. Oh, Chiana yet again gonna fall again, and yet Tempo Storm picks up their heroics, and they're gonna be able to turn another fight in their favor. Oh my god.
Well, that was Water Elemental out there. That was also the Archon, and they're just going to look for more blood right through the towers, right up against Valid. Noble 6, very close. Zuna is going to VP it. That should be enough time for one more shot, and Uther is going to drop as well. Big kills coming out from Tempo Storm.
Yeah, give them a little bit more time to get those cooldowns down. Oh my god, Zuna is so aggressive, and this is what I love about having Zuna on Tempo Storm. He's so aggressive. Unfortunately, Arthalon is not going to be able to follow up that aggressiveness with getting out of there alive. He's going to fall here. And it looks like the rest of Tempo Storm, though, still going to be able to break out from this engagement. Chiana going for the grasp, but they are grasping to get some more kills.
Now, there is a big reason that Chiani is not really getting a lot of these combos down. And, Tempo Storm, they've played thousands of games at this point. They've been around since early alpha days. They know how to deal with the Kerrigan. You crab walk. And what does that mean? It just means if she's going to jump you, go perpendicular to her. Kind of go whoop, whoop, whoop off to the side.
Yep.
And those combos are almost never going to hit you. You see them. Watch Dreadnought. If he gets jumped, you're just going to see him immediately go 90 degrees. And those combos are just not going to hit. It's just happening again and again. And a Water Elemental, could this be history again repeating itself? Chiani, big stuns, Dreadnought in the front, and the Kerrigan is going to drop.
They almost started ignoring the Kerrigan at one point. 7 kills on the Kerrigan. Ryushi trying to get out of here, but the third queen, Soldier trying to re-engage, but it's just not going to happen here. They are going to disengage after picking up yet another kill there on Kerrigan. However, Pundemonium has picked up their heroics, sitting in a little bit of a better spot right now, but these web weavers are just not doing anything.
Yeah, the blue web weaver turn-in is really just not getting any kind of value. Did any of them reach the gates? The bottom might be the first, but the only. The other two already dead in the water. And you can see, you know, Tempo Storm, they're just going to be collapsing. They're dealing with the pressure top. They're just cool as a cucumber about this. But what did we actually get from the heroics on the other side? It does look like Moss, Strafe. We have the Divine Shield, Maelstrom, and Blessed Shield as well.
Yeah, and that's going to be just a really good set of heroics, but I don't know if this is going to allow them to turn. Oh my god, look how much damage Arthlon just took away from Noble 6 just from poking and prodding into the wrong little bit of Shroud. That's going to be scary. Meanwhile, Tempo Storm looks like they're going to get another turn in here. KO, yeah, going to finish that up, and they're going to get another set of web weavers here, slowly weaving their victory into a nice little beautiful quilt.
The rug of victory.
The rug of victory. Oh, that's gonna be great. They're gonna definitely carpet. They're gonna definitely carpet this battleground in blood, because it doesn't look like it's probably gonna be Kerrigan's blood after how many deaths she's had already. 7. Ooh, that's gonna be rough. But
it is 13-11. I mean, as you said, a lot of kills. The blood of their enemies just kind of soaking right through all the webs right now. And 13 at talent advantage is sprint on the Jaina. The Thunderstrike looking for those one-on-one duels on our Mirrodin. We do got this healing surge. We had the Spirit Walker's Grace there as well from our Rhaegar, so you're going to be looking at a rewind level 20, but Shrink Ray as well from our Tassadar.
Yeah, they want to make sure that even if there's a chance later on that Kerrigan becomes a very, very large target, that Shrink Ray is going to be able to diminish so much of what she's able to do. However, it doesn't look like that Kerrigan's going to have a chance to engage upon this. Look at this, Bruisers and Web Weavers already in the thick of it. Gianna going back in here, the Void Prison coming down. Zuna going to be able to use the body block to lock her from going on into the Void Prison. Meanwhile, the rest of the might of Tempo Storm coming down here on Soul. The Maw is actually going to stop their advancement, but Psionic Storm is going to lead Tempo Storm to taking down the Vala as well. The Queen of the Zerg's going to fall, and Noble 6 is making a noble effort to go back home, and he's going to be able to do it just barely. But Tempo going to get that keep.
Top fort going down, mid fort already down, bottom is dust, and now this mid keep as well as multiple kills all the way from the downtown of Tempo Storm. 16-3 by the end of it all, and a 4-level difference. It's not the 10-minute win that we've been seeing before, but we are really setting ourselves up for a quick game here from Tempo.
Yeah, they're already up to level 15 and a half. Level 11 is just about to turn to level 12 here for Pundemonium, but that's going to be a very, very long road to get to level 16, where Tempo Storm's going to be there for a very good amount of time. Suna just goes into the middle, cleaves everybody, and then just evacuates.
Now we got 14 of the gems here on top of the Mirrodin, but 14 is not enough. We need 15 for a turn-in. So when you know where everyone is, you go for some Merc camps, and I'm not entirely too sure this is going to be something that Pundemonium can follow into. It could just be a really awkward engage, and they're not even going to be able to steal out these Mercs anyways. So now, you know, with that next big team fight, you're going to have those Stone Bros pushing into the bottom, and already Ryoshi is just not looking healthy.
Yeah, they're making giant plays, and they're about to make another giant play. Tempo Storm going pretty ham in here. They've got the Void Prison. Oh, Soldier Stoneboard didn't actually quite land, but here's the Archon to lead everything up after that. The power is overwhelming here as they take out 2 members already. The Maw gonna lock out a couple of members of Tempo Storm, but nothing to really follow it up. Soul is trying to get out of here, but oh man, he's gonna get knocked into death. And oh man, they're just gonna look like they're gonna go straight for this core here.
Yeah, that was a 5-man wipe. They do got these Mercs again just coming up on top of this keep. It's likely gonna be dust if they're not gonna go for the win. It is low death timers. Remember, everyone's still gonna be coming up in the next 10 seconds, but a 5-man Void Prison. You don't get to see that one every day, Shamsu.
You don't. But Tempo Storm followed it up perfectly. Suna being so cheeky, just trying to back in the enemy's base. Typical Zuna.
Typical.
All I can say about that.
All right, so 2 keeps down, 13 minutes in, and a 2-talent tier advantage with red web weavers. Now dunked down and ready to push out these lanes. Could we be going for the trifecta with this top keep in the sights of Tempo Storm? They have a heck of a lot of power and 5 levels between the teams.
Yeah, and that's just way too much to deal with at this point. They can't even just look at that. Double talents over their opponents.
Yep. It's a tough place to be in.
this one side of my talent screen is all nice and colorful. The other one's full of vacancy. And
it's about to change. To level 13, we'll see that next talent tier unlocked, but I'm not entirely too sure they'll live to actually use him. Soldier going to be jumping in. Mirando already super low. We got the Divine Shield on Johanna, would you believe? But Uther is now going to pay that price. Chiana is going to drop. Chiana, in fact, is just going to leave that. Wow.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, we're just basically back to the defensive basics. The trifecta is good. The keep is down. And this will be the 14-minute win for a 2-0 to Tempo Storm, the monsters of North America.
Let's see if they can keep this tempo going ahead into the round of 32, because round of 64 has just finished out for them, and they take that 2-0. Very, very nice games coming out here from Tempo. Soldier, look at how happy he is. He's jumping.
He's jumping. Zuna's just definitely doing a little bit of a dance there as well. But GG, well played. That's all you got to do is take down the core. You reap the reward, and you move on into the prizing rounds. Round of 32 guarantees people a bunch of prizes already. And I think you said this yesterday. Now, a wise man once said, half the people in a tournament in every round goes home upset.
It's true. It's true. However, Pundemonium, they left that game very, very manneredly. They were all saying good luck in the next series, good luck with the rest of the tournament, etc. like that. Great series, great thanks and everything.
Good sportsmanship.
And that is sportsmanship, and I will acknowledge it, and I will recommend that all the people in this chat follow that as well, because that is so refreshing to see. Because sometimes you have people who are just like, and they start cursing, and they start doing mean things, and going on Twitter and saying stuff. We had a little bit of that drama last night, didn't we?
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So I like to see the good sportsmanship, and I recommend all my viewers, all our viewers, I should say, sorry about that, to follow, of course, their actions.
Absolutely. So just like what we were talking about a little bit, let's take a look at the prizes. $5,000 cash to first place, which will be awarded next weekend as we go all the way to the top 8 this weekend. We already have a bunch of teams already qualified. If you tuned in yesterday, you would know who they are. Spoiler free here, however. But top 8 with cash, and 9 to 32 go home in Battle.net credit. 100 Battle.net credit already guaranteed to all these teams advancing. 300 for the next round. That, we did a little bit of math yesterday, Sham, too. That is a lot of skins. That's all the next heroes for the next year. I mean, you can really up your inventory with that kind of credit.
So I thought about it after we got done, and I realized, wait a minute, isn't that $300 for the team? So it's actually only $75 per person, right? Did I do my math right there?
Is it per team or per player?
I think it's per team.
Because the cash was definitely per team.
Yeah, I think it's $300 Battle.net per team. So it'd be like $75 per player if I did my math. I don't think I did my math. No, that's not math. That's not math at all.
300 by 5 is 60.
Yeah, 60. Oh my God. Wow. You know what? They gave me an engineering degree. I think I need to hand that back.
All right, I got a computer science degree. I'm just a notch above in this regard.
Anyway.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that felt good. All right. We are done with the round of 32. Round of 64. We're going to the round of 32. I don't know exactly who we're going to be following or if we're going to be following anyone, but we're going to talk to the admins and come on back with our next game series. Sham2 and FourCourtJester, guys. It's going to be a good time. And remember, you can always come back and be mesmerized by that swirly, grinning Pun Master face. He'll be here.
And of course, the panda that's sitting in the background of yours. Don't just bring this down on me. You've got your majestic ponytail and a panda in the background. You are A+ as well. So we should also just focus on both of us, really. I mean, come on, we're both beautiful people here. So we'll come back in a little bit, guys. Stay tuned.